Good people, it's your favorite concert guy, Mark with the Q, and you are in for a treat with this In My Green Room episode. I had the opportunity to sit down with three extraordinary talented guys that came together to create a multi-talented jazz band called PBR Trio. Just remember, when they blow up in the music industry, you heard about them from me first, and you will see why they are a powerful force to be reckoned with in the music. In our conversational piece, we discussed the origins of the group, the music that influenced them, and where they see their musical journey going in the future. So sit back and enjoy this convo with PBR Trio, and oh yeah, thank me later. If y'all could just introduce yourselves individually, and then we can go ahead and get into it.
Sure. My name is Patrick Arthur. I'm playing the guitar tonight.
Robert Boone Jr. I'm playing drums.
I'm Brandon Boone. I'm playing bass tonight.
Okay, so this is PBR Trio?
PBR Trio. It's the PBR Trio. PBR, Patrick, Brandon, Robert.
Right.
We're all out of Augusta, Georgia. Went to Davidson Fine Arts, grew up knowing each other for a long time, and all moved to Atlanta post-graduation, so we decided to start a trio.
Okay. So, in starting the trio, like, what made y'all choose this type of music, this type of genre? Is it part of what y'all was educated in college or back at home, or?
I'd say it's a mix of just kind of everything we listen to, everything we study. This band, we just push each other to grow, and kind of where we get that from is we kind of started in like Elliott Street Pub, just improvising, playing tunes on the Wednesday nights, weekly gigs, and we always trying different tunes, writing different tunes for this band. And, we just kind of always keep pushing each other to do more. So
who was the first one to say, let's start a trio?
I don't know if we even said it. We were just, because they're brothers.
Yeah,
I know they're brothers. Yeah.
And I started playing an instrument because of them. I met them when I was in middle school, and we just had been playing since then, like from the first day on the instrument. So it wasn't like, oh, we should start a trio. We just were already doing it, and we were like, we should start playing shows, I guess, with the trio, because we were all learning music together and all that stuff.
And we spent a lot of time playing for other artists. Like, we would be the backing rhythm section for a singer or a songwriter, that kind of thing. So instead of always putting our efforts towards someone else's project, we decided to start our own to kind of push ourselves a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So what is y'all musical inspiration when y'all are putting a show together like tonight, a set y'all putting together for the audience? Like, what is y'all process? Like, what do y'all know what to play? The songs y'all want to play, original music? How do y'all formulate y'all set list?
Tonight we're doing kind of a mix of original music plus some covers that people may know. The original music is from an album that we're going to put out later this year. So we're trying to we've been playing it in public for a minute, but now things are kind of tightened up and we're ready to put the album out. So just a little teaser for people to get excited about the record, and then some other tunes sprinkled in that people may know and be able to sing along to and that kind of thing. But generally our mission is to provide something for everybody with each set that we have. So we're going to hit the jazz, soul, funk, blues, maybe something that you can't even describe with a word or something, I don't know. But it'll be kind of all over the place.
So with the new music, we're kind of like you guys guinea pig. You're going to test how the audience respond to it and things like that.
Certain things have a message, whether that's lyrically or musically. Just the positivity of this band kind of shows itself when we play as this trio, kind of like, when you hear, not to compare, but you hear any other, famous trios, like that's a sound. So we try to hone in on what the sound could be and keep it open to many possibilities. But it's amongst us three is so many influences. So you'll hear tonight just, whether it's drums starting a tune or taking a solo in a quiet section, or, how does that it's just our influences, speaking for itself, I think.
So what is the influence on the new project? Would this be a debut project, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are some of the influences that y'all drew from?
Honestly try to bring in from everywhere. Like even, we've got a lot of roots in gospel, and we're from Augusta, so like a lot of that James Brown funk is within us. Brandon and I were fortunate enough to meet James Brown at a gas station when we were like 7 or 8 years old, something like that, and he gave us a stack of CDs. It was really bizarre, but just influencers from everything that we've done in our entire lives. We all went to school for jazz, so there's an influence in there too. But post graduation, we've all went and done other things outside of jazz and funk and fusion and all kind of things. So we kind of like to really be an actual true melting pot of a bunch of different genres, so that way everybody can leave feeling like they had something that was played just for them.
So I know for me, music well, music's been a part of my life all my life. My mother, grandmother's aunties, they was all in the gospel group locally here in Atlanta. I didn't get the gift of singing, but I think I got the gift of knowing what good music is, right? And I know for me, music is an escape. Music is a journey. When I listen to albums, some people listen to albums for enjoyment. I listen to feel the journey, to feel the colors, the rhythm, the passion of the album. What drew you guys to music?
That's beautiful. Like playing an instrument, you mean? What drew you to
Yeah, like what does music mean to you? What drew you to it? I mean, you could choose any other profession. Like, what made you want to be a teacher or professor, or what you're doing now? Like, what drew you to music?
Sure. Well, my answer isn't as fun as a lot of people's. I ended up at the school where I met them, and the option was pretty much I could take a dance class or play an instrument because there was no sports, and I wanted to play soccer. So I picked drums and met Brandon, and then one day Brandon was like, you should play guitar in the jazz band. So I don't have like a super fun, like, oh man, I heard this Wes Montgomery record and then my life changed. But through that journey, music is the reason I continue to play is because I think it's really important, and selfishly it is very healing for me to get to play an instrument and make music with people that really listen. So when I'm playing music, I always want to feel heard, but also feel like I'm supporting other people. I think it's the ultimate kind of analogy for life, is that you're speaking, but you also always have to be listening, especially in improvised music, because you don't really know where you might go, especially playing with great musicians like them. We have an idea of what we might play, but we don't know how we're going to play it all the time.
Right.
So that keeps me grounded musically, but also in my life, to remember, like, okay, listen twice, speak once,
I mean, to piggyback off of that, I feel the same. It's important to me. It heals my soul, and to see how it heals other people, and growing up in the church, likewise, you see how it affects people on a day-to-day, and how they show up 1 day or 2 days a week just to hear the message of a song. I think that's very important, and it doesn't have to always be religious, but there's a message in every lyric and every poem and every story. So I think it's just another way to story tell and relate to other humans, which is, like he said, it's just having a conversation as well. But music also became very important to me because my family does music, and I would always see, Robert having just the time of his life with, whoever else, and my dad, and just seeing how that affected other people was very influential on me. So
love that.
Yeah, I could definitely say our family had a big influence on Brandon and I playing music. Just in general, just seeing kind of, growing up in the church, you kind of see how people, the religious thing is, no matter what kind of week people have, they still want to go to church on Sunday just to get, hour and a half, 2 hours worth of relief from what's happening in the world. So, you take that analogy and you put the music outside of the church, because, you don't really want to hone a feeling like that in on just Sunday. Mm-hmm. Right? What about Friday? What about Tuesday? So here we are on a Friday about to play some music, and hopefully it can take people away from what they're thinking about for at least, an hour and a half or whatever it may be. But as a musician, when you realize the power that you carry with that sort of deal, you take it a little bit more seriously, you practice a little bit harder, you make sure that the show is tighter. Because people don't have to be out here. Things are expensive now. It's Friday night. Yeah. It's Friday the 13th before Valentine's Day. People could be doing anything. But so the people that came out tonight to see us, we want to make sure we put on the show and represent really well.
Okay, and my last question before I let you guys go, because the sun is going down. When it's all said and done, when you don't have any more notes to play, and you just like this, I gave the world enough. What is the legacy collectively? What's the legacy y'all want to leave? You already left a legacy. I saw that you won a Grammy with the Count Basie Orchestra. Congratulations to that. So,
yeah. I think
go ahead.
we've always lifted each other up, built together from ground up, however that looks like. And I think it's just very important, I mean, our relationships are are very valuable. I mean, a brother and then, well, you know, a best friend as well. I couldn't be more grateful and more happy to play and do anything. So I think the legacy is very much so in what we do and how we're portraying. You know, we lift each other up, we push each other, and that's the people you need around. I think those people are important.
And hope the music, when they listen to it, people feel that. That's the ultimate goal is they feel that message of hope or whatever, you know, we may be feeling, that it comes across.
Okay. You know, at the end of the day, we're just three musicians who are, you know, trying as hard as everybody else to be the best at our instrument, but we really want to, more so when we're playing, we don't want to convey more than just the technical aspect. We want to convey emotion, convey some sort of something you take home, like, oh man, that one piece really had me emotional, made me feel this, and you know, it's up to the listener to decide whatever that song made them feel. But for us, we just provide kind of a sonic palette and let everyone choose from what we play, and you know, whatever sticks with you, we take that home, and hopefully we get to that on the album that's coming out, and you can check that out.
One thing I noticed about this trio is the synergy among all three, which comes out effortlessly in their playing. Also, all three allow each other to have their own moment to shine and come back together without skipping a beat in their delivery. Be on the lookout for their debut album, which is coming out sometime in 2026. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see y'all on the mic.